Hey guys, welcome. So this is Kathryn and this is Little Bits of Heaven Homestead. So tonight I was planning on making pie, as I had made this really killer lemon pie last week for Pie Day and I was all excited about it, and then I made another pie, and then I was like, oh, I would love to make this for you guys who follow along and are kind of interested in the keto adventures. And because I've solidly determined that any type of way of eating, so yeah, hey Tom, brownies, yes. So I've determined that any type of way of eating, that I'm not going to be self-sacrificial, that I'm here to enjoy life, and I love food. I've geared my whole life around raising healthy, happy food, and I want to enjoy my food. So I was planning on making a pie today, and then in order to do this, I make a batch ahead of time to show you guys. So that meant I would have had 4 pies this weekend. And or not this weekend, but in the last week. And I was debating, I was like, am I up to eating 4 pies? The answer to that is yes. Do I necessarily need to eat 4 pies? And the answer to that is definitely no. And so even though they're keto, there is carbs involved. Anytime that you consume anything like artificial sweeteners, depending on your own body, you can have an inflammation response. In fact, dairy and artificial sweeteners are 2 major contributors to continued inflation in the body, even if you are on the ketogenic way of eating. So keep that in mind. Your mileage may vary. Hello, Darlene. I'm so glad that you're here. But if you're doing this as a weight loss source, do keep in mind that artificial sweeteners and dairy can stall your process. So I just wanted to show you guys, I've got these super cute little individual bowls. And so I experimented earlier. I wanted to make the brownies not only to show you guys the example, but to test them out. Because I definitely didn't want to make a double batch and find out that they taste like dirt. And you know what, guys? My first batch does taste like dirt. And so what I decided was that they needed a little more artificial sweetener than the recipe that I found called for. So I wanted to show you guys this because it doesn't get any easier than this. So I've got my little individual bowls, so I've got 2 of them. I did double the recipe. So you start with 1/4 cup of almond flour. And so ketogenic diet, you have no grains, and so you eliminate things like flour, wheat of any kind, and so a suitable alternative for flour is almond flour and also coconut flour. And they have different properties, so depending on what type of recipe you're going for, like I made some keto waffles with some sugar-free chocolate chips last week. They were decent. So I wouldn't call them as good as regular waffles, but they were okay. Hello, Heaven's Gate Cherry Farm, welcome. So you're gonna add all of your dry ingredients here. So what I've got is my almond flour. I think I called for, I think it was 1 teaspoon, maybe it was 1 tablespoon of artificial sweetener. I made it 2 tablespoons. So just like anything, play with your ingredients, find what works for you. So I found out that I wanted it a little sweeter. So baking powder. So Seebeck Traditions, welcome. It's your first time catching live. Awesome, I'm so excited to see you. And cocoa powder. So Tammy, hey lady, it's good to see you, and it's your birthday. I saw that. Happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Tammy. I just adore her. Okay, so that is all my dry ingredients. And I'm gonna do just a real quick mix here, so that way mostly it's gonna keep me from throwing my ingredients all over the kitchen when I add my liquid ingredients. I did try on my first batch to mix it all in the bowl, but I had a much bigger bowl. So, all right, everybody's saying hi or happy birthday to Tammy. Linda's here, welcome. It's so good to see you guys. I love when all my friends pop on. So it's much more gratifying to do these shows when you guys are here versus talking to the camera alone. Okay. And then I've got 2 tablespoons of melted butter and 1 farm fresh egg. If you guys have never worked with farm fresh eggs, they tend to have, oh, that one didn't, that one made a liar out of me, but they have really orange yolks for the most part. And so I made pie last week and it made my pie crust totally orange. Okay, so mix that up. I've got a little vanilla. I do make my own extracts. So this is my own vanilla extract there. And if you guys didn't catch it, I did a video on making extracts. I did not specifically get into vanilla because currently, yeah, Tom says I have stevia. So I believe what I have is also stevia. Oh, there we go. So you can see this pretty much fills up this little bowl. Hey, kicking it with Karen. Actually, you can't see. I'm going to move this back just a bit. So, and once I get this incorporated, then I'm going to add, I've got a bowl over here with some sugar-free chocolate chips and some walnuts. And I know nuts do have some carbs in there, so if you're really concerned about tracking, and I did track my macros for the first month or two just to make sure that what I thought I was hitting, and then I was getting a good fat and protein ratio. And I did discover I needed to do some tweaking. And I also discovered that I tend to underconsume on calories. And that's also not good for weight loss. If you're looking to lose weight, you want to make sure that you do fuel your body with enough calories. So let's see if I'm missing any comments. So I hope they don't taste like dirt. My first batch did taste like dirt, Nick. That's why I'm totally experimenting here. And then Tammy says, I got some lettuce seeds for you at M.I. Gardner. Oh, thank you. I know Julie just loves M.I. Gardner. That's her go-to source. So I'm excited to try them. So here is, yay brownies, Jennifer says. And so what I'm going to do is put about half of my walnuts and chocolate chips in the mix. And then I'm going to top off the rest here. And that's all there is to it, guys. So let's see here. And the recipe I found calls for cooking it in the microwave. I guess that's a big thing these days. And I don't own a microwave. So I had to also tweak my recipe to cook it in a conventional oven. So if you're using a conventional oven, I am doing it at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. So what was in with the nuts, kicking it with Karen asked? Chocolate, they're chocolate chips, they're sugar-free chocolate chips. So this is what it looks like, and then I'm going to pop it in the oven. And these, I did taste the batter before I actually put them in here, and these do not taste like dirt. So yay for not dirt tasting brownies, because these other ones, I've got a whole batch that do taste like dirt, and I'm probably going to just cover them up with some sugar-free whipping cream and manage to choke them down. So, oh, taco chips, that's so funny. Nope, chocolate chips. So yeah, that was so easy, right? If I can do this, you guys can do this. Makes for a quick and easy treat. Something I do want to share, if you are brand new to keto, I would not recommend doing any sort of dessert substitutes for at least the first 4 weeks. Because what you want to do is, it's a healing diet, so you want to reprogram your body. So Nick says to feed them to the goats. That might be an option. My chickens would love dirt tasting brownies. So I would highly recommend that at least for the first 4 weeks that you stay away from any sort of dessert alternative, because what you want to do is retrain your body. It's way easier to walk away from an addiction than it is to slowly tease an addiction. And I found, at least in my own situation, that I had a heavy addiction to specifically cookies and beer. And I know I've shared that with you guys before. I just love my cookies and beer. And if you're doing any sort of keto desserts, it can trigger real cravings, and so you could fall down that hole of just needing to satisfy cravings, and you're right back to where you started. So I would give your body time to heal. I would give your body time to adjust. I would not indulge in these like every single day. So look at it as a treat and not a staple. So I hope that this was fun, something of value to you guys. I hope that you can see that you don't need to deprive yourself if you are choosing to eat the keto way of eating. You can continue to have treats. Just because you're giving up carbs doesn't mean that you are living in sadness forever. So I'm all about enjoying life, and if I can find some fun, easy alternatives, I am all about that. So you guys, thanks for joining me tonight. If you don't already subscribe to the channel, please do so, and hit that little bell so that you get the notifications when I do come on live, because I love to hang out with you guys. And if you would like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. Feel free to share as well. And as always, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you soon. Hope you have a great evening. Bye.